Hey, how you doing everybody? My name is Liam, this is my hobby room, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Pow pow, isn't that exciting? Obviously I love the mobile suits from Gundam, I love them all, even the weird ones. One of the reasons why I usually like a mobile suit so much has very little to do with the actual mobile suit itself, and more to do with the character that pilots it. An excellent example of a cool mobile suit with a lot of nostalgic value and a really great pilot character for it is the Gerbera Tetra from 0083, A Stardust Memory, which is one of my favorite series in all of the Gundam franchise. It's a short OVA series that bridges the gap kind of between the end of the original 0079 Mobile Suit Gundam and Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, which of course happens in 0086. A Stardust Memory is a great OVA, has a really tight cast of characters, and then it also has this absolute banger of a theme song. The Gerbera Tetra is a prototype high-mobility mobile suit manufactured by Anaheim Electronics, of course, and it was given to one of the most badass ladies in all of Mobile Suit Gundam history. She's a certified girl boss. That's a hashtag, that's a buzzword. Do people still say that? Now that I think about it, she's pretty manipulative. I don't think she really has a great moral center, and I think she's a war criminal, but hey, no one's perfect, right? And I'm talking about one of my favorite characters from all of Mobile Suit Gundam. This is Lieutenant Commander Cima Garahau. And she is so fun to watch because she schemes, she takes what she wants, she doesn't really care what side she's on in the war. She just does whatever she wants. A lot of my favorite character quirks about Cima Garahau aren't even lines that she said, it's just stuff that goes on around her and in the background of her scenes. Okay, bear with me. This is a bridge of a normal Zeon battleship. Look how stodgy it is with these little goobers and their little little helmets. And then now look at the bridge of Cima Garahau's ship. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Look what she makes him wear. And her zebra skin throne. It's so great. She's so over the top. Anyways, one of Cima's mobile suits is the HGUC Gerbera Tetra. This is the high-grade kit. At the time of recording, there is no other version, save for the original run of model kits that came out when 0083 A Stardust Memory was released, and some fan-made resin kits. It's almost entirely this pinkish red color, which makes it a little underwhelming, so I'm going to do my best to paint it up while still remaining true to the character. Starting off with the X04 beam machine gun. It's a bulky accessory with some great aesthetic flair. There's an energy tank looking thing on the front and an E-cap at the back that is molded in so it doesn't come off. There's a seam line running down the center that you'll have to get rid of though as well. The kit comes with two clear yellow beam sabers, though there is nowhere to store them when not in use, so we'll have to find a creative solution for that. We've got 4 hands with the kit, the trigger, the splade, and 2 generic looking holding hands for the beam sabers. There's a fairly small foil sticker sheet with the camera stickers on it, not much to see there. I'm not going to use all of them, but I will be using some of them. And if you remove the small back cap, you can attach the large booster to the back of the mobile suit by sliding it into the poly cap. It's really sturdy once in place, so it's not going to fall out. Note the seam along the booster though, it's big, but it's easy to close. Another cool thing is the weight distribution. Even without an action base, the kit can stand and look great even with that giant booster on the back. Isn't that fun? The Gerbera Tetra is a solid model kit with some nice surface detail. It's a little hard to see on camera right now, but it'll be easier to see when I release my painted build video that will show the full project build. There are a few seam lines to close on the forearms, the fuel tanks, the booster, and the rifle, but none of them are that difficult to get rid of, though I realize now I'm going to have to mask off the elbow joints as I accidentally cemented them in. Also, the mono eye is static and does not move at all, so I think I'll drill it out and use a third-party detail up piece to give it some extra pop. But overall, I love the kit and can't wait to paint it. Now, something I thought that would be really fun to do when doing this was also paint up this figure that I had of Cima Garahau. Now, this is a 120 scale resin figure. I saw this online and they just did such a great job of kind of making her look a little more realistic, so I had to snag it. I had to. Yoink. And this way you could put her with other 1:20 scale figures like the ones from the Maschinen Krieger line, and they'd kind of they'd fit in together. They have similar looking aesthetics. They're not too anime looking. So yeah, anyways, it's a really nice figure. I'm gonna start working on that now. Now, making resin figures can be really fun, but it can also be a little frustrating if you've never worked with resin before. Resin kits don't perform like plastic kits, but a lot of the knowledge that you get from building plastic kits does transfer over to resin kits. It's just not really a totally one-to-one comparison, but you'll use cyanoacrylate glues. You will also be pinning, which is kind of fun. You can see me doing that here. It's basically just taking a brass rod and a drill bit of the same diameter and just drilling it into the resin and inserting the brass rod so the resin has something to kind of like bite onto and knows where to go for alignment. That's the word, thank you. Yeah, anyways, and then you just kind of like sand bits down and then prime them. But you want to be careful when you're sanding resin because resin is a very soft material. It's a lot softer than plastic, and as you sand it, you'll notice it is incredibly reductive. You'll take away large parts of it if you're not careful. If you're using a metal file, use it very lightly, very sparingly, and use higher grit sandpaper if you need to really rough down some areas. And then you can use some lighter grade sandpaper to, lightly sand and polish the rest of it. And once that's all done, you're ready to prime it and paint it. And then, do a final glue together or whatever. You can assemble it any way you like. Now, this was a really fun little figure to work on. I don't do a whole lot of resin figures, but I enjoyed doing it. So I got a couple other ones a couple years ago, and they're just sitting somewhere on my shelf. I don't remember. You'll see them when you see them. I know I have a Haman figure, I have a Yazan Gable one, I have an Aina Sahalin. Whoever did this amazing figure, I also have a Christina McKenzie. Don't forget about her, she's great. Whoever did this amazing figure, I can't figure out who did the sculpt online. So if you did this figure, you're amazing. It's so great. All these figures look amazing. I'd love to see more. So I don't know, get in contact with me. I'll just pay you money to make more of them because I can't sculpt like that. They're fantastic. So everybody, thank you very much for watching. My name is Liam. This is my hobby room. It's been a real blast having you. It's been a real blast. I hope you liked this video. It was a fun, kind of departure mashup of a bunch of different things, so I thought that was kind of fun to do. I got this kit from BC Hobbies. Check the link down in the description below to get some sweet model kits for yourself, and use my code LHR10 to get 10% off all regular release Gunpla from BC Hobbies. Isn't that exciting? We have a code now, LHR10. So treat yourself to something nice, take care of one another, and I'll see you guys next time on Liam's Hobby Room.